We'll never know.
Mm-mm.
He has a smartphone.
Skiving, clearly.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can hear
silent
us, but yeah. you
Right.
can't hear
Hello,
Amy.
folks. So, welcome to everyone. Sorry about that. Windows update for some reason throws out some settings in the OBS, so they need to be redone. And we had a window. Well, I had a Windows update. Welcome to the Heavyweight Gaming channel. We are going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th Ed tonight. It is Tuesday, session 16. That's 4 months on the bounce. I think we only missed maybe once, maybe twice. But yeah, we're 16 sessions in. Tonight being exactly that. Social media, if you want to follow us on social media and find out what else we're doing throughout the week, which is more D&D, some Pathfinder 2nd Ed and Carbon 2185, which is using the 5th edition rules. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Just type in Heavyweight Gaming and you will find us. If you look beneath the stream, whether you're on a phone, tablet or a desktop, you should be able to go to About. There's loads of little buttons that are all hyperlinked to go to those social medias. We also have a Discord channel, which I've probably mentioned twice in 4 months, but you can go on and press the Discord button beneath and jump on our Discord where we talk about lots of stuff. That's social media. We also have a YouTube channel that you can go and watch all our previous adventures in all our different campaigns, and it's wonderful, and lots of people being very geeky, rolling dice and having a laugh. So if you like stories and you like watching other people roll dice, you know, it's niche, but go look at it and have fun and tell us what you thought. So maybe sponsors for this evening are Ruffworx Creative, who is an incredible leather and wood crafter. If you go to Facebook and put in Ruffworx Creative with an X, not a K, look at his photo album and you will see some incredible pieces of work. You will also see his 48-hour donation, the 48-hour stream we're doing at the end of this month. You'll see his donation of 2 dice trays up for grabs. They're absolutely stunning. I shall talk about more of that in a minute. So yeah, thank you very much for Ruffworx Creative, been sponsoring us since we started way back when, and hopefully we'll carry on to do so. Our other sponsor is Ashana, who is currently streaming right now, so feel free to drop in and say hi and tell her you've come all the way from the UK Heavyweight Gaming. She is American based. She's a glass crafter, amongst other things, but mainly her glass crafting is what got us conversing in the first place. But yeah, she's a very, very talented glass crafter. When we are good to get things sent across the big water, she will be sending over some little dice protectors, which are little glass dragon figurines, or little glass figurines shaped as dragons. Yeah, you know what I mean. They're very cute, very amazing, and we're going to be doing a few giveaways for some of them. So watch out for that. So yes, thank you, Ashana. Sponsors done. You will see under my name a little donation bar that says Mermaids, Rainbow Trust and Mind at the end of this month. So next weekend, I believe, not this one coming, the one after, for 48 hours from the Friday till the Sunday, we're going to be streaming gaming. This will consist of tabletop, so things like Vampire the Masquerade, Gamble Whales, Dungeons and Dragons, 5th Ed, Urban Fantasy Setting, Alien RPG, Carbon, Pathfinder 2, etc. In between those moments, we'll be playing games like Apex, Fortnite, Minecraft Dungeons, which is amazing, World of Warcraft, anything and everything that if people are about in the early hours of the mornings, we'll be jumping on play. So we might get some Sea of Thieves going on. So yeah, so it's all good. So that'll be next weekend. Those 3 charities, Mermaids, Rainbow Trust, and do I have a little picture? I do not. Where's my little picture? I have no picture. You'll see it at the break. So anyway, for those 3 charities, Mermaids is a rainbow charity. Rainbow Trust is not a rainbow charity, it's for kids. And Mind is mental health charity. If you go to Google or whatever browser you so wish, type in Mermaids charity, Rainbow Trust charity or Mind charity, you'll get a ton of information of what they're about, why they're about, and what they're doing with the donations they receive off many people trying to throw money their way. Really cool charities. They mean a lot to a lot of our people involved in the channel and fans of the show and close friends and family. So yeah, go check them out. We are currently, it's in dollars because OBS is American. But yeah, essentially we're trying to raise 1,500 quid because the last time we did a 24-hour stream we raised £1,500. So we wish to hit that target again. So yeah, so tune in, not this weekend but next weekend for 48 hours. I will be staying awake for all of it because I am a martyr and must die in the spotlight and come back 3 days later after arrest and bring you Easter eggs. Or so the story goes. So, that's that. That's the sponsors. That's the social media. That's the charity stream. A shout out to our other sponsors of the channel, our Sawdust Swearwords, who you can see in the chart. Go to their Facebook page. Wonderful Woodworking, BardicInspiration.co.uk, super geeky stuff, dice and candles. And I've got a couple of candles coming my way. I can't wait to use them. Some bags, some mystery bags, a little subscription box. It's a Yorkshire term for. Moving on. So yeah, so go check them out. Dragon Turtle Games, who are another sponsor, you can go check them out as well. But yes, we have Go Ram Gravy Jesus. Yes, Game Weaver. Yes. So that's all that. Background music. We use Syrinscape. Sometimes it'll be loud, sometimes it'll be quiet. If you could in chat, please let me know, and I'll try to amend it as we're going along. The players can't hear it, but you can and I can. So. Yes, it's like these mods know what they're doing. So yeah, so go check them out. It's a really cool ambient musical sound set, etc. They're absolutely brilliant to use for live games, streaming, etc. Whatever you're doing. But yes, go check them out. So please, while you're listening, let me know if the sound is too much and you can't hear the players, or if it's too quiet and you can hear the odd squawking of a seagull, but nothing else. So we shall join the players. We don't have Sean tonight. He is on his jollies. We'll get details in the morning. But yeah, so Sapphire will be Jaegered by myself. We have playing Kesvion the Fighter, Luke. Give us a wave. We have Dalefin the Blade Singer / Fighter, played by AJ. We have Ari the Swashbuckler / Bard, played by Mel. And we have Zandria the Warlock. Because I like the fair there. Direct, just one class, 10 levels, go. Played by Jade. So thank you very much. Right, and I'm heavy. Literally and figuratively. Metaphorically. All the oracles. Right, so last week, they are on a boat called the Blackwing. They left Malron, a town that was attacked by a, so the theories go, a druidic entity with the ability to shift into a sapphire dragon. The town was attacked. Ulrich, the Death Knight, got involved. Lots of people got sapphire sharded to bits. There were wyverns attacking the town as well. They made their escape aboard the Blackwing, which is the boat of Lord Romerick, one of the stewards of Ravenholm. And they were heading on their way down the estuary out into open water with the Wandering Leaf, the ship of Lady Akiku, who was confirmed has passed, and there is a possibility that Gabriel was involved, and that's going on that ship. The Oaken Whale, dwarven druidic ship, is also in the estuary, sailing away with lots of other little ships and smaller rowing boats, small passenger vessels that are clearly not as large as these three vessels. But yeah, so a lot of people are heading out of the estuary away from Malron because of that attack that's happened. The Sapphire and Dalefin spoke of the echoes that Dalefin experiences, and that Sapphire is there to aid or find out more about these echoes, and would like to hang around with Dalefin more to see what the pair of them can discover regarding echoes. There has been conversation of which direction to go because of the unrest between the House of Tor, the House of Lilies, and the House of the Red Lady, who were quite confrontational and are gunning for conflict with the Copper Forest. Lord Romerick and Captain Rodina have discussed heading south through the waters of the House of Tor and going all the way around as they would normally without hindrance, but fear there may be a speed bump or two on the way. to head back to the City of Ravens and discuss with the rest of the stewards and the Viceroy of Ravenholm what to actually do going forwards. What was I going to say then? My head's gone. So we will join our party. They've had a lovely evening. Some of it was more sentimental than the rest. But that is not for me to recap. So, we will zoom in on the evening as you all lay your heads down eventually and sleep takes you, or meditation, depending on what blood runs through your veins. But and the morning comes. It is a lovely morning. The sea is steady and it is a good day for sailing. Round breakfast. Just so you know, chat. Ooh, bits. If you donate 200 bits, yes, if you donate 200 bits, the party will get a team reroll. They must use it this session. They can only have 5 at any one time, and they cannot use it on any of the DM's rolls. So lovely. So yeah, if you donate 200 bits, thank you very much if you do. Yeah. So yeah, it is a good day for sailing, some would say. You're sat there, you're having a bit of breakfast, the rest of the crew are there, you can see the people you've already met. Rodina, you can see Bruna, the second mate, potting around there eating breakfast. You get Torek, the dwarf quartermaster. People that you just recognise. Romerick is sat eating with the captain. You do hear conversation of, it's definitely the plan to head south. There's going to be no alteration of their journey home, of the plotted navigational direction of the ship. Jesus, that was more complicated than it needed to be. They're just going to go the normal way they would home, along the coast, follow it right round. Those of you that have seen the map and can see it now, it will go all the way down and just come back on itself into that huge, I suppose, another estuary, but yeah, towards the City of Ravens. It would be a shite ton shorter to get off in the crevices around, but they'll have to go around rather than sail through those channels, as it's somewhat treacherous anyway, and they don't want to tempt fate. And you get that just from listening to people talking, and obviously orders have been passed around the crew and stuff of what to do and where to go and what the plan is. So you all know that the ship is definitely going south. You also know that the Wandering Leaf is going to go north, because they're going to go around and head back to Vey, which is on the other side of the world if you were to look at your side on an atlas, or a globe, sorry. So you know they're going to have a bit of a journey on them to go all the way like north and then east across to Vey. The Orcan Whale, word has it that they're going to remain with the Black Wing ship as close as they can and give any supporting aid through their druidic nature to Ravenholm citizens, like the ones on the smaller ships. There seems to be some injury, as you're listening, there seems to be some injured folk on some of the smaller ships that are following out of the estuary, and you notice that the Orcan Whale lot, or word has been said, that they're sending out their own boats. Some of them are just turning into sea creatures, swimming across to the other boats and lending aid where they can with their druidic healing. Similar to what you saw, to be fair, when you first came up with Captain Boulderback and his crew. It is breakfast time. Over to you, players.
3, 2, 1, go!
3, 2, 1, go!
Every time! Every time!
Every time. I imagine that I am just low-key eating and keeping a glance on Ari just to make sure he's not, looks like he's about to burst into tears or something.
Ari's quiet. Well, quieter than normal, but like still.
Quiet for Ari.
Yeah, quiet for Ari.
Other members of the party.
hence the side glance of, is he about to cry? Is he about to cry? He's very quiet. Is he about to cry?
Only if you kick him again. It looks like we're going to be heading round down to the City of Ravens. We're all still good with that plan.
The only concern I have is if we spend all that time travelling all the way around to the City of Ravens, that something major is going to happen with the Copper Forests and Ulrich. I'm just concerned if we're stuck on a boat in the middle of the ocean, we're not going to be able to get there and help defend.
I think it's probably important to mention though that obviously they're going to have to go the long way around because they're a ship, but like we could cut across land, but I'm reluctant to do that because I think the safety's probably in numbers here.
That was my thoughts. We also need to have as many on site as we can. The Copper Forest is not incapable of protecting itself, but if we can pull more to our side, and I think the only way to do that at the moment is to get as many people from here to join us, then he just kind of like trails off like
No, I think you've got a very good point there. I think that we've got some very steadfast allies on this ship, and I think making sure that we can do our part to help them reach the City of Raven safely is kind of important as well.
I just pray that this decision doesn't end badly for any party. Other than the ones that we don't like.
I feel at this point it's more of a choice of choosing which suffering you can deal with best. And I think that we have to trust in the Landlord to be able to hold his land, so that we can show these people that an alliance would be just that. We have their back and they have ours.
That is a fair point. Oh, I am not 100% pleased about being on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
There's a second time for everything.
I somewhat hope it will be the last time, but I have a feeling that answer is no.
We'll need to get home somehow.
You have a point.
Hopefully there'll be a third time.
Delphine, you're very quiet. That's the wrong moment.
No, I'm good, just enjoying the breakfast, and like I said, I'm willing to follow you guys whichever way. I just need to make sure that I send a message before we break off too far away from the ship.
You had any more of your episodes?
No, it's been surprisingly quiet. I look around to see if there's any echoes.
There are none.
It's been surprisingly quiet.
Well, that's good to hear.
Delphine, when you checked on Sapphire this morning, just to let him know there were breakfast, he informed you that he would be meditating for a while on the information he has received regarding echoes and such, and talking to yourself.
Our erstwhile feline friend is in contemplation over that very subject, actually. Hopefully he can come up with an insight more than I've been able to come up with over the years, and I will continue to feed my face.
Still don't trust him.
You don't trust anyone.
I trust you guys more than I trust him.
Do you remember when you first met me?
Yes, but that's because you're a human.
She also did use the qualifier more than she trusted.
I just find his arrival oddly timed.
Do you have no faith in fate, destiny? Things being
Something has
all
to
that
go
kind
on
of
our
thing?
side.
Some say that destiny is pre-written and that you cannot stray from the path of your own destiny. I would like to think otherwise, and that we write our own destinies and they are not predetermined and you can change.
But with each path change, there's still a path.
We're not doing this again. I can't.
I will literally look at Kess with the...
I can't. No. It's breakfast.
Somebody pass the Weetabix.
I just pat Kess on the head.
We're not doing it.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold up an apple and an orange. You're gonna Kess me. Choose.
A very large glass walks over to the table that you know to be Bruna. that you know to be Bruna. She looks at you all, then her eyes land on Xandria. So the captain has asked, or more the Lord has asked, what is your plan? Do you wish to be dropped off?
We are going to stay with you on the ship and head with you to the city of Ravens, as we feel that is the best for safety in numbers and to show support.
Understood. Bruno just turns back to Lord Romerick and Captain. They're staying on with us. And then just walks away as if miffed that she'd been given work to do. Well, acknowledged. You see Rodina pull out a little notebook. Staying on
Write down the
to
dates
City
of
of
our
Ravens. So, asking around the City of Ravens from where you are now will take you nearly a month to sail to. Yep. 3 weeks if it's good, taking into account stormy weather, etc. They've set aside 4 weeks of sailing. Some are confident that it'll be quicker, but sailors are superstitious and assume that every feather that they see on deck is an omen for a kraken about to attack. So they've given themselves 4 weeks. As you are, and I bring up my sea map. Entertain the chatters while I bring up my map. You lovely people. Should have done this.
Think she's going to charge us passage for all that time?
No, I wouldn't think so.
So.
That's good because I have no money.
None of us have. And then I look at Harry like,
Stare at
never
Harry at the
mind.
same time.
Over the next 2 weeks that you are sailing away from Malron out of the estuary into the open waters, you get to, I say know the crew, but you are very familiar with the crew now. They're familiar with you. You've helped out where you can. You've kept yourselves quiet when you wanted to be, spoke to others when you wanted to. Sapphire spends a lot of time in his room meditating, almost as though he's had a light bulb moment, then thrown the light bulb away as he gets another idea, and is going through, it seems, a lot of theories in his head, and well, he's meditating upon them. He's a monk, so he will be in and out, but less available than the rest of you. 2 weeks have passed. The weather has been relatively calm. You went through a single storm where no real damage was done to the ship or yourselves, the crew, etc. The Orcam whale has kept about 50 to 80 feet, depending on where you are, nearby, out to the left-hand side of the ship, sometimes behind it. The smaller boats and ships and vessels that came out of Malron have all gone to coast now. They're not sailing away. You guys are going to be heading quite far west to go past, if you look at the map, Dettelbrook, or Dettelbrook, where that small town is. You'll actually go past that northern point of that island, and then you'll start heading south along the coast, or as close as the coast as you can, depending on shallow and deep waters. That 2 weeks will actually get you not far from Ebbendorf. And as you enter the waters of the House of Tor, you do indeed see ships that are out and about there. because it's the House of Tone, they like a presence everywhere. You see some very large military-esque ships that have ballista on the front of them. As you cast across, you can see armed sailors or guards on the decks of some of these ships, 2 and 3 mast, and the flying red banner, crimson banner with the 2 bullhorns on it, stating they are the House of Tor. You, as the great ship that the Blackwing is, it is a massive, massive royal vessel. Is going along. You notice more, obviously, over a period of an hour, say, like the ship's moving out the way, giving you a lane to go down. Again, the weather is quite nice. You've gone through some rougher waters earlier on in that week, but as you are coming further, as you are coming south, and you look to your east, so a bit to your left as you're going south, and you see the great city of Ebendorf. There is a clouded image, as if so. More an image ringed by clouds, sorry, above the city of 2 bullhorns in the sky that you didn't see before coming up, but it is above, like a image has been created via arcane arts or divine arts, above the city of this grey cloud bordered symbol of these 2 bullhorns right above the city. We'll get to that day, so we'll zoom in on that day. So you're 2 weeks out. You've got roughly 2 weeks left before you actually get to the City of Ravens. The next waters you will sail into, those are the House of the Forged. And Garina has informed you that once you are in the House of the Forged waters, all is well, but you're probably a couple more days going through the House of Tor. On that day, it is mid-afternoon. You are out on deck. Let me get rid of that. You are out on deck, and you are approached by Lord Romerick. Is there anything you wish to do in those 2 weeks, by the way?
Before we get into the 2 weeks, obviously, I just want to make sure before we break away from the
from the
base
cutscene.
ship, I just want to make sure I have messaged Samo to go. I will not be coming with you. I will be returning eventually now. That is just the only that I need for it.
There is no response from Samo to that message.
Okay. That's fine.
Yep.
I feel like as well Ari would have told Radina, and again, don't need to necessarily play this out, but basically would have told Radina about his grandfather dying because she was close to him.
Okay. On telling Radina that, her usual like perky, curious self, she settles in a little bit, sort of as you would when you hear of someone passing. And she spends that evening and she drinks quite a lot of whiskey. Doesn't seem to get drunk, but she just seems the only night you've ever seen her in these 2 weeks drinking. She'll have I said drinking like more than once. She'll have an ale with the crew, but she actually sits and drinks to your grandfather's name.
I mean, Ari will probably join her in that, and they'll probably both have sore heads in the morning.
That is legit, and I am fine with that as canon. So you've passed on words both to Samo and Radina. Yes, anything else in those 2 weeks? Nope.
No, I think just staying out of the way of the buses, trying to help where they can.
Cool. So, mid-afternoon, 2 weeks in, Ebendorf to your left, by a fair whack of distance, you are out at sea. But that just gives you the understanding of how big that clouded image is above the city, that you can see it clearly from here. You are approached by Lord Romerick as you are up on deck. Lady Summerbreeze, may I have a word with you and your companions?
Of course, Lord Romerick.
And he sits just as, you remember Oliver, the young druid? He puts a chair for Romerick to sit down, and a few of the crew have brought over other chairs for you all to sit in some sort of circle on deck. I've received word from the other from the Viceroy and the other stewards. Message has been sent from the House of the Red Lady, the House of Tor, and the House of Lilies, using arcane method, of course, for it to be this quick. They have pushed for a vote, not a vote. They have demanded that the House of the Falcons, the House of the Forged, and the House of the Eagles be no more. They have no confidence in the ruling and stewardship, or the... what is the word I'm looking for? They do not believe that those three houses mentioned are on the best interests of Ravenholm, and they have declared that they will use military might, etc., to extinguish those three houses from Ravenholm so it may rise again. It was very wordy and long, and I highly doubt Ulrich sent the message, but I do believe Ulrich will be leading this, as well as Lord Vincent from the House of Tor, and no doubt the House of Lilies will have had their say. So, we are sailing now to, as you know, the City of Ravens, and you can see there's a bit of... I mean, he's old anyway. Like, he's an old guy. He's... since you met him, he's portrayed that noble love of his country, or at least, you know, what is currently in his memories of Ravenholm. He's proud to be of Ravenholm, and just saying these words out loud, the more he says them, you can see there's a bit of a slouch in his normal upright posture, and he's just not enjoying sharing this information. Not that he doesn't want to share it with you, just having to repeat it more than once is not his best day. So it would seem that when we get to the City of Ravens, there will be another meeting of a military sort. The conversation I wish to have with the Forest of Copper, beyond that of Okarian, did he call himself? Old Oak, the creature.
Yes.
Will need quickly, very quickly, for word has come from the Viceroy themselves to seek alliance, as those three northern houses, if they are declaring conflict against the Copper Forest and the three southern houses, they clearly have something up their sleeves that we are not aware of, or a strength that I doubt their ego is driving this. So, would you do me the honour of escorting me to the Copper Forest once we have hit the City of Ravens?
I will gladly escort you for the conversation to be had.
Thank you. I do apologise for my mood. There's not been a great morning of receiving arcane words. There is no physicality there. No, it's like reading parchment. There's no personality behind it, and they were quite blunt. So it would seem that before I do pass from this world, I will see bloodshed within my own country, upon itself. So I'm going to go stand, look out to sea for a while.
If I may ask, my lord,
You may.
was there a declaration of when this bloodshed was to start? Was there a formal time, or is this, now we are approaching the House of Tor's domain, now dangerous waters?
I would assume that it is already in motion. It has been 2 weeks we've been on the water. I have no idea what those three houses have pre-planned before this. Although Ulrich is not the most charismatic, he is an intelligent, keen mind, and if the rumours are true, a little smile on his face. Very old and very wise in the ways of battle and combat and strategy. So I would guess there has been a plan in case we all said no, and not just a few of us. And they were very close until yourselves came along, which I'm very grateful for. But it seems there was no wing to that decision that was made by the houses.
Then, if I may, he saw the direction in which the boat left, and it is safe to presume he has a rough idea of the direction we'll be taking. I would stand to alert, because he will have a blockade somewhere around here.
I do not doubt your words or your advice, your wisdom. It seems that you lot are the only bunch on here that... Well, that would be a lie. There are many on the ship that are just as... Anyway, I have to... And he doesn't finish his sentence. I'm going to go stand for a while. The blockade is not in front of us, at least. Captain Boulderback has a few of his scouting ahead. There's dolphins, I believe. Can you believe that? A dwarven dolphin. Well, wonders never cease. And they are keeping us informed. But it's those ships to our right and a couple behind that they don't seem to be acting on anything. So either they haven't received word, or they've received word to do just that.
I would hope that they wouldn't get into a direct conflict on the water, but you don't know. This has never happened before, as far as I'm aware. However, if you have the House of Eagles, they will be great fighters for you.
Dear boy, the House of Eagles cannot take part in this war. They cannot let their eyes off the threat beyond the ivory wall. If their eyes turn inward, we are doomed before we've even started. It is something that I hope First Eagle Elva can hold with the Eagle themselves, and just from what Elva and Leopold have said, the threat of fiends has increased. There is a difference in their methods. They're no longer throwing themselves against blade and magic. They are strategizing, waiting, hitting points along the wall.
That is unusual.
Very.
They're normally dumb things that just... yeah.
It would seem that those dumb fiends' leaders are now thinking differently. Hence the assassination upon your grandfather.
Yes. We will... The House of Eagles will stand, and the House of Eagles will always stand.
Elva seems very capable. I'm sure her and the rest of the house will hold the walls quite well. I'm sure they'll be fine. But at least there is one eagle here. And the one that is constantly watching.
And may they soar high. And he nods to you both. Well, the front of the ship beckons me, as does the salty air and a fresh breath or two before shit hits the candle. And he gets up and goes to leave your little circle of chairs. And off he goes. You are sat upon your chairs. Oliver follows him. And you are sat in your chairs, crew pottering around left, right and centre.
I just pop a oh, go ahead.
No, go on, after you.
I was just going to say I pop a hand on Ari's shoulder and just give it a gentle squeeze.
If ships assault this one, do we have any skills amongst us all that can defend it?
I could see what I could pull out of my bag of usual tricks.
Not
But
so much
nothing
boarding
specific.
action. I imagine we've got that covered. I mean, I've got a couple of spells that can at least create some pockets of darkness, throw their aim off, but that's about all I've got.
It's about the same as myself.
I'm not massively skilled in the arcane arts. I've got a couple of things, but to be honest, I learnt more from Griff of the healing arts because I figured they would be more useful.
They're probably
I have no skill whatsoever in the arcane arts, but if you can blind something, I can hit it.
As Delphin stands up and just goes, I'm going to go and keep an eye on the side where enemies are. I'm going to head outside and to the deck, and I'm just going to keep watch in case something starts coming this way.
Cool. Give me a perception check, and I'll take that for the next couple of days.
What do your elf eyes see?
Never a lot, because, you know, it's not one of my best stats. 16 on the roll makes 18. I have
Cool.
plus 2 in perception.
I'm taking the orbits to Isengard. So, you
Good thing none of us are halflings.
I was going to say, none of us are short. I was short person left.
on a speedboat. Well, you're 6'10". So, as you look out to the other ships, you notice that there are drills being done on the decks of the ships, akin to when your lot were training and getting practice in and stuff like this. Some of the clans are more militaristic, in the way they present themselves. Some of your clans are skirmishy. These lot are clearly going to have to learn to skirmish fight if they're out at sea. So, but it does look like they're doing like shield wall manoeuvres on the deck of the ship.
Right. That's going to suck.
But they are
Just watching this and just being like, oh god, oh this hurts. If Kess is there, we're probably just holding on to Kess like, Kess, look at them, they're so pathetic.
So yeah, so they don't look like none of the ships. There's about 8, 9 House of the Tor vessels around you. They don't seem to be coming your way, or at least over the next day or two. There's no obvious movement to intercept the Blackwing.
What armaments do they have? Is it ballistas or is it black powder?
Ballista.
Okay. That'll be me for the next couple of days.
Cool. Rest of you got a couple of days. Do you wish to do anything, prepare anything, talk to anyone?
No, I think Kess will mostly just be kind of, if Delphin's kind of watching what's kind of out to, I suppose it would now be this. What is to the side of them, because I'm not going to try and orientate where my boat is. He'll kind of be sort of having a wee watch behind just to make sure that we're not gaining any extra tag-alongs. But also just enjoying being on the boat.
Give me a perception check.
Yay, rolling dice.
We love a good dice roll.
That's a dirty 20.
Boom.
Love a good dice roll.
In the water, there are boats. But what you see is, as well as the ships around you, this is over a couple of days, you see the same thing Delphin does with the manoeuvres they're practicing. What confuses you the most is how well they're performing them on a ship. Why you would, nobody knows, but they're drilling them pretty well. The thing you noticed that Delphin didn't was being out in the sea, out this far out. it's not unknown to see large sea creatures, whales and such. Yeah, it's the world. The world is full of creatures that are massive. Yeah. What you notice about these is they're large in size rather than massive. So they are a bit bigger than, say, Berrimond. Yeah, they are very large sea creatures. But what you notice is the front of them has a orca whale type head.
No.
But then as they come back, you can see that they actually have legs, and they are, the closer you sort of look into the water, they are very akin to a orca. Tor is a shocking word, but you get your minotaurs, your loxodons, your rhinotars.
Yep.
These are hybrid creatures of orca and human. And they don't seem to be...
How close are they?
50 feet out. They're just in the water, almost like an escort, unasked for. There's about 12 of them. And you can see now, every time they shimmer, they've got a very long spear at their side that you just notice as they're moving through the water. With a DC of 20.
I'm going to have a wee look around and see if there's any of the sort of ship crew that I recognise. I almost called them ship staff. I forgot the word for crew. Any boat staff, big boat staff, that he recognises, just to pass this on in the off chance they haven't noticed the absolute catastrophe that's kind of swimming up their rear.
So over the
it's
next...
like an inverted mermaid. It's terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Wait till you stand in front of one.
No, I'd rather not.
As you pass on, again, it's over a couple of days. You notice these hybrid creatures escorting the orcan whale and the blackwing. Again, unasked for. You do pass word on. The crew are now hyper aware. And you see a few more of the spare crew that are not tending duties as much, now seem to be walking around with bows and arrows on their back, or throwing javelins that they brought up onto deck. There's no mad rush for it. They just, over the next couple of days, you've noticed they start appearing on deck towards the rails and such.
Just having it handy, just in case.
There is.
I mean, I was going to ask if Cass actually had a ranged weapon of some description.
Yeah, Zandria.
He has Zandria and a movement speed of 40. That is his ranged weapon.
Amazing. Do you have any ranged weapon? Yes, me.
Do you actually have a ranged weapon?
No.
Well, I've got a hand crossbow.
Don't want your hand crossbow.
Don't want your chariot, right?
Don't want your chariot. That's what I've got 2 swords for. To me.
So, again, over those couple of days, it is reported, etc. What you do notice that is a kestrel hawk type bird comes across from the orcan whale, lands, poof, turns into a dwarf. You recognise as one of the crew, but you can't remember their name, and they weren't the most obvious crew in the fight on the way up there, but you do recognise them as the crew. They pass word on to the crew, and it's exchanged to keep an eye out for these thingies. You then find out that the dolphins of the orcan whale have been messaged to let them know that the waters could be dangerous beneath the surface, never mind on top of it with you lot. Yep. Seagulls are a little loud.
That's how seagulls are.
Yeah.
In general.
They're only now and then, so I do apologise. Except that one that's now kicking off. It's definitely got the chips. So, those couple of days have passed, and you are slowly edging your way, not that there's a physical line, towards the house of the Forged Waters. Garena is up front, again, just staring out at sea. Lord Romerick spends a lot of time with Garina at the front, and they seem to be holding a lot of conversation and then long periods of silence as they both just stare out to sea. The change in geography on your left, as you're coming down the coast, that thick forestry is still there, but there seems to be a thinning of it into the House of the Forged's province area of water and land. Kesfion and Xandria, give me perception checks.
Perception check.
That is 17.
Natural 20, so 25.
Cool.
Oh,
Looking
do
at,
you have an IC? Oh, everything.
What do they not see?
well, you already have a map, so you can see ahead of you more ships. This time they have a grey flag of what symbol on them you do not know yet, as they're that far away. But you can guess that they are belonging to the House of the Forged. The forestry too that is now on land, as I say, it's thinning a bit. Elsewhere you've been in Ravenholm so far, it has been thick as, and then a deliberate path made through. On this coast, the forest is nowhere near the coast, and the pathways look trodden, or at least the edgings that you can see along the cliff face and that darker imprint in the ground where people would travel. There's nothing manufactured around it. It just looks natural. What do you get? 25.
25.
Some of these little tracks go off into the woods. This, the thinning forest around. I mean, it's still a massive amount of greenery. Is this forest? As most of Ravenholm is 85% forest.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's tracks going off into the forest and stuff. It seemed a bit more regimented further up, but down here in the House of the Forged, it's a bit relaxed. It seems, as you're sailing that way. The creatures that Kess pointed out, of the 12 that you'd noticed or only managed to see, you now notice that there's only 6 of them following the ship. The other 6 haven't been spotted for a good half a day. The dwarven druids that were changing into dolphins have reported back that they don't know where the other 6 went, so they can only assume they went backwards because they didn't seem going forwards towards the House of the Forged. The 6 that are following you are now ignoring the Orchan Whale and sort of close by to the Black Wing. And on your 25, Xandria, you notice, as you look up, there are bird-like creatures of humanoid shape with very large wings and bird-like heads.
It's just a seagull's head on a man. That's why the seagulls are so loud.
None of them are seagulls. Among the seagulls, they are similar to Griff. They're similar to the race you know as Arakoka, but there is a more human element to them. You're not shocked. The House of are hybrid humans and animals.
Yeah.
So, whereas Arakoka are bird humanoids, these are half human, half bird.
Yeah.
This is House of the Tor
And they are
shenanigans.
flying high. Between the pair of you, it does look like you are being targeted. There doesn't look to be any immediate action.
Targeted or
There's not a red dot on you.
trailed?
You don't see a red dot on you.
Okay.
But I just mean that these 6 are focusing on your ship, and the 5 flying creatures in the sky are focusing on your ship. And they are carrying bows and arrows.
How far up are they?
Perception check.
15.
15. At a guess, 100 feet.
Right.
Good enough for me.
That's if he's right.
I'm going to ask just one of the deckhands, how long until we actually get to the into the House of the Forged waters? Where does the line happen?
Keeps up here, going by, and he looks out across the way. That there is Ventagon, or Turgan. That's the first town of the Forged. So maybe this evening.
Thank you very much.
Untagan. There you go.
I'll turn to Kess. If they come at us before we cross the line, I'll deal with the air, you deal with the water.
Aye, aye.
And I'm going to go up the crow's nest, and I'm going to wait.
Cool. You clamber up the crow's
You're
nest.
not trapped in the house of Tor with me.
I'm not trapped in here with you.
You're trapped with me.
So, Delphine goes up the crow's nest. Kess, you're on the deck.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go watch my whale friends.
There's now a Willy free. So the you all notice that there are bows and arrows amongst the crew, but now there's a quietness on deck, and you can just see them circling ahead. The whale creatures in the water, and the crew are now on edge. They'd already said that they hadn't come packing, basically, because it was supposed to be a lovely tour and a bit of an announcement. There never ever, Harry is not wrong, has there been an internal threat within Ravenholm. So they didn't feel they had to be super armed.
I think you told me that at some point.
Yeah.
You just make it up.
Yeah. So yeah, there's an edge now to the crew. Romerick has been asked to go below decks. Garina is on deck with you. She has her hands, or they have their hands behind their back, and are just staring upward, but don't seem to have any obvious weaponry. Captain Rodina, despite her bubbliness, seems to be doing quite well at pottering around the crew, keeping them calm. She's got a bit more seriousness in her voice. Keep eyes out. Don't worry. I've got your back. Keep an eye on each other. She's gone very leader-esque on her ship. The whale creatures now swim around the boat, and the 5 bird-like creatures in the sky again are doing that circling commotion. Delphine, now you've climbed up the mast, can you give me a Arcana check?
I certainly can. 22.
God damn. You look up and you see the creatures flying, 5 of them. Yep. And then you look and you can now see like all around the ship, because you're up in the crow's nest, and the whale-like creatures swim around. And something just tweaks, and you look down at the whale creatures. You look up at the bird, and you're back. And you go back and forth a couple of times, and you start noticing a pattern in how they're swimming and how they're flying. And then you swear, like the hair on the back of your neck goes up, similar to when you're in the presence of a ritual.
Oh shit.
And can you all roll initiative, please?
There it is.
Oh, bugger.
There it is.
Rose, I love you. That was
See,
a
aren't Rose dice good? They give you good numbers.
Give me good number.
Yes. Yes. Just saying yes. Doesn't matter what it was.
That was the best
Yes.
initiative I've ever rolled. Just saying.
You've rolled better than that.
No, I haven't. I only have a +0 to initiative on my other character.
Oh shit, okay, fine.
I've got a +7.
Exotic dice are also good. However, they stand for Rose dice.
Also, Mel puts a stank on dice.
Yeah.
That it
I haven't done that to
defies.
this one yet, it's the first time I've rolled it.
Yeah. Which means you can only roll it 2 more times.
Players, if you could 2 seconds go quiet.
Yep.
Bit loud. I know it initially came loud. I'm just going to turn this down a bit more because it's a very loud sound set. Right, Sawdust, how's that? Oh lord. Yeah. It came a lot louder than I expected from the seagulls. Right, I've turned it down. Can you still hear it, chat? It's good. Right, cool. Caspian, what did you get?
19.
Harry?
25.
25?
Jeez. Yeah, that was.
18 plus 7.
Dalefin?
24.
Ooh.
Beaten.
Landria?
19.
19.
The siblings are going together.
Kess will go before you, unless your dex is the same as his.
Don't know what.
What's your dex?
+2.
+3.
Cute.
So we got...
Where are all my points? Oh yeah.
I don't know it.
Harry.
Not in your
Think-
constitution, that's for sure.
No,
first.
wisdom and charisma, and technically dex, because that is one of my highest. It's just
So-
intelligence and constitution.
Bam, 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 bam.
Man.
Right. Yeah, I love it. No need for it, but I love it. So, what is for you guys? 19, so it goes just before Kess and Zach.
Ready.
Oh, good. Just go for
Is it
Freddy
Serenity or
Cass and
Zandria?
Depends
They're all
if
the same.
cast.
So, as
Ready.
Delphin, as you look up and you notice back and forth their patterns, the way they're going, the arcane draw in the air, and the water as it seems to come past you, and you sort of notice it, almost like someone's tapping you on the shoulder, and you feel the presence of that arcane power, and you click, shit, they're casting a ritual. What did you get on your Arcana?
22.
Cool. Feels a little bit like a conjuring spell.
Conjuring a kraken.
Yeah.
So, Harry. Well, Delphin, I'll let you have a shout out if you wish.
I'm gonna just yell at the top of my voice. They're casting a ritual. Stand to attention. Brace to repel borders.
Harry.
The pirate.
Harry, as you hear that, boom, your reflexes kick in, and we're now in initiative. You see all the crew around you. I say all. You see the crew around you. They just sort of move, arrows notched. Some of them have pulled swords and spears. Rodina pulls out a very lovely shaped war axe. It's got a bit of a, like a fawn's legs invert. The handle of it sort of comes back on itself, almost like it's got like a boomerang feel to it, with a hatchet blade on the end of it. It looks very nice though. Romerick is down below. Bruna pulls out two very large knives, almost short swords, and they're sort of looking around for what's going on. Garina hasn't done anything yet.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, it's still good, guys. It's still good. 15.
Means you got one more roll.
You swear you hear the cracking of wood.
Oh, shit. But there's nothing
Nothing on deck or
fierce
anything.
yet. Okay. Ready in action, I guess, because
And what is
it's
your
also
action?
not great at
ready?
range. If something comes into melee range, I want to stab it.
Cool.
So no isn't great, but it's either that or I get my hand crossbow out and start the thing, and I'm like,
I'm alright.
I don't really want to do that.
So, Ari, are you ready in action, yeah?
Yes.
Dalefin. Perception check.
Okay.
And see somewhere.
A balloon just floated past me and I filled my pants.
18.
18.
Yep.
The 5 bird creatures in the air it seems like there's water falling from them, and then you reach out your hand and you see that it's bright blood red. In fact, there's blood tipping on your hand. And as you look up, you can see their wings. Some of them are brown, darker greys and blacks. A few have lighter greys close to white. You can see their feathers now start seeping as if red, and they now seem to falter a little bit in the air. But there is blood falling from them as if raining. And you just follow it down to the deck.
Okay, couple of questions. How close together are they?
In the
Wide
sky,
angle, or are they clustered?
they're pretty clustered, but you reckon closest is probably 10 feet to one another, and then the furthest around the circle would be about 15, 20 across the circle.
Right.
They obviously need space to fly around and stuff.
Do they look like they're performing any kind of fine motor stuff, like they're actually casting something?
There is a casting. You can't work out if the casting element is happening or done or climacting. There you go.
And we are moving directly forward still, the ship hasn't stopped.
Yeah, but it is a massive vessel, mate.
So it's moving slow.
Yeah.
There's no point in using darkness, they've already done what they're going to do. Bonus action, Shadow Katana, I'm just going to throw one at it.
Oh, you're well within range now. You're up the crow's nest.
Yeah, just going to pick a target and go for it.
1 to 5.
4. That is a 17.
Cool. So your bonus action, you summon, and you those that can see up a 80-foot crow's nest see a blade of shadow shaped like a katana from the Vey Dynasty, and gets Molniaed into the sky, and it hits one of the bird-like creatures, and it explodes in a crimson cloud as blood, like you burst a water balloon of blood. Give me a dexterity save.
Okay. Dexterity save.
Yep.
17.
17. You take 1 point of acid damage as the blood water bomb comes down past you, and just a splash of it clips you on your face and burns, but you see the rest of it fall down beneath. There you go. And Garina gets covered in it, but Garina never moved. Garina just stood there and let this water balloon fall on her face. And you can see it now burning through. They are reacting a lot now, and you see their claws getting burnt through as this acidic blood falls upon them. I will tell you, as an intelligent elf, blood, like whatever is above you, like that's not a thing. Whatever they've done, they have aided to that.
One final question then. Do they look like they are just continually dripping this? As in, if they were left where they were, this would be continuous and devastating, and it's better to end it?
Arcana check.
Or is this... 13 on the roll makes it 18.
Those 5 bird-like creatures are the sacrifice of a... yeah, so the 4 remaining, but the 5th is part of the ritual. They are definitely the sacrifice of a blood ritual. So they will continue to bleed. As you can see, they're slowing in their flight and such, and getting a bit sluggish. If you kill them, it'll speed them up, regarding the mechanics of the ritual. So it's your call.
Okay.
So you've done your bonus action.
No, that's the attack was my action. The bonus was summoning. That's me.
Oh, okay, sorry. Right. It's now the ritual's turn.
Love that for me.
Blob of blood that gushed all over Garina and is now on the floor, or on the deck around them, starts coming in and forming and it grows quite quickly into a humanoid shape. Very featureless, just the shape of a blood elemental type entity, stood right next to Garina. That's just bonus action. It will then slam into Garina with a nat 20. Sometimes it's so cool being me. And you see a bloody fist slam into Garina. Garina rolls with it quite well. Now their hands are out, and they take a similar stance or style of stance that Sapphire did. Yep. But not exactly, just a style.
Is this humanoid within melee range?
Not of you.
For a
No,
friend. Damn
not
it.
of you. Now the remaining bird-like creatures. Number 1 does not pop. Pops. Does not pop. Pops. So two more of them explode in a feathers and all. A glob, as if a water balloon of blood has just popped, and they fall down from the sky and hit the deck. Can Xandria give me a dexterity save and Kess?
Cool.
18.
18. Cool. You take 1 point of acid damage, Xandria.
Doop. Sorry, I changed my sheet around. Now I can't see anything. That is a 19.
And you take 2 points of acid damage.
Love it for me.
You love it, dear.
Yeah, it's my favourite.
Damage type. So, the other two do not explode, Dale, above you, but you do notice that they dip slightly in height, getting ready to pop.
How close to me do they dip? Sorry to interrupt.
They're not in melee range.
Are they in jumping range?
How far can you jump?
Well, it's about to get a lot bigger when I start singing.
You could maybe jump and hit one of them, or do whatever you want to them, but you probably need a good bonus to your jump. Just put that in mind, right? Yeah.
Understood.
Kesvion, as you sort of duck out the way of this blood splatter, you were keeping an eye on the orca creatures. The water around where these orca creatures are just starts going red and spilling out into the blue water, and they don't seem to be moving a lot. So that's that for now. So they've exploded. Cool. Cass, it's your turn.
So the stuff in the water seems to be doing a similar shenanigans to what's in the sky, but from the water. Is
Yeah.
kind of roughly what you're saying.
There are 6
Cool.
red pools in the water.
Awesome. How close is the thing? Or, well, yeah, you said one is just...
One's right next to Garina, yeah. There's
One's
an
right next
actual
to-
creature, yeah.
and there's another set that seem to be coming.
There's now 2 blobs on the deck that if they do exactly the same as what the other one did, you reckon in about 6 seconds they'll turn into 5-foot humanoid blood creatures.
Configuration.
You can reach all 3. The one that's already formed, or the 2 that have not yet formed, and they're just like small blobs.
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna... Can I get to the one that's formed and then get back in theory?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can move 40 feet,
Yeah.
yeah. Easy.
Then I'm gonna run up to the one at Garina and just wail on it.
Cool. So action first. Slash.
Yup. Sorry, give me a second because I literally can't see anything in this room, so I'm just going to use my computer light to see what my dice are saying. So that is a nat 20 to start off with.
That'll hit, yeah.
So that is. So do you want the dice doubled, or do you want?
I personally like rolling double the dice because I like rolling lots of dice. So it's
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Rightio. So that is plus. So that would be 13 on the first hit. Then so it has to be okay, right. Then for my second hit, that will be 21.
Hits.
And that is 7. And then for my offhand, that would be math. 21.
That does indeed hit.
Which is 6.
Right. You start going in and you're twirling your scimitars, just all 3 beautiful slashes, and you see just your blade essentially get soaking wet with blood, and then as you come through it, like flick to the deck, start burning into the wood. Not at any great rate, just the wood's not happy that it's been acided. But there does seem to be like large grooves in this blood creature that don't seem to be forming back as if you have hurt it.
Cool. And then I'm gonna scooch back up so I'm near Zandria.
Oh, do I get an attack of opportunity on you?
No.
Because?
I have mobile.
Well done. That is Cassie's turn.
I'm gonna go turn on the light so I can see anything.
Might help.
Your turn, Andrea.
So I will stick my hand out in front of me and summon my glaive of summer incarnate. Well, I like to say that. And I will move forward to the creature that Cass just attacked, and I too will attack it. So that is a 22 to hit.
Are you stepping right up to it, or are you standing 10 feet away from it?
10 feet away.
There you go.
I'm not getting close. So,
That's why I asked.
that's why you ask. So, first attack is 10, 11, and because it's got Flaming Blade on it, it also gets 1d. Let me just double check that. 1d8 plus d8. This one, my d8. 11. So 18 points of damage.
18.
And then second attack. That is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
These are all ones. 6 plus 7. So 13 points of damage.
13. On your second strike, you spin the glaive and you cleave through it, and it just sort of folds in, hits the deck, and there is I say explosion, there is a force of, it just goes everywhere. So can you, and I'll do Gurians, have a dex save, please.
Dex save.
Yeah, dex.
That is a natural 20, so 22.
You take 2 points of acid damage.
I'll live.
As it explodes around you. So, You doing anything else?
I am going to move back.
Cool. You move back. The crew, as they've not been told otherwise, shoot at the sea creatures and the bird creatures.
It'll all turn out the same in the end.
Oh, sorry, Easy, whilst I remember, the big creature that I just attacked, were there any creatures next to it?
No.
No, that's fine.
The two blobulates were landed near
Blobulates?
about you and Cass and yourself.
That's adorable.
Blobulates.
Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say if they were 5 meters, then that flame damage would have jumped.
Yeah, cool. No worries. So, the orca creatures in the water, 4 of them get obliterated. Just arrows go into them, and you can see now you're back where you were, Cass. You can see the water thicken in red.
Love that.
Dexterity save at Dalefin as the one above you explodes with an arrow hitting it.
That is a 19.
19. You take 3 points of acid damage. Harry, your turn.
I didn't actually get to take my turn last time, did I? Because nothing actually came within melee range. That was a waste, wasn't it? The only thing I really want to do is a cube, so I'm not doing that because I've done that before and really screwed it up. So I can't cast any spells. We'll probably move close to the one that came near Garena.
It's gone.
The one near Garena's gone, but there are there's now a third bloblet hit the deck. So
yeah, because I was going to say I knew the
Yeah.
one near Cass
So
had obviously gone.
Cass
but-
and no, not near Cass. Cass ran over to the one at Garena and killed it, and Xandria finished it. So the two
I
that
get
landed
you.
near Cass are still there, and Xandria.
Okay, so essentially, yeah, he'll move towards the one near. Well,
Those ones. The
One of
bloblets
those
that are
ones,
nearly
yeah.
done.
the ones that near Cass and Xandria, and try and stab with his rapier.
They're currently blobs at the minute.
You're still trying to stab with his rapier.
Yeah, it's cool.
She rolled an 18 for me again.
You hit.
I mean, yeah, +7, so yeah. That's without plus. That's nice. So I'm on one and I'm 1-on-1 with it, aren't I, at the moment?
You are.
Yes. Good. Good to know. Good to know. God, I forget how combat works. 1d8 plus 2d6. Yeah. So that is. Can't add up today. Bloody hell. 11 points of damage.
11.
Yep, and then
You see the puncture mark from your rapier remain when you take the sword out, as if you've damaged it.
good. And then bonus action, dagger, dagger, dagger. 18 to hit.
18 hits. Harry, when you pierced it with your rapier, can you give me a Constitution save, please?
I'm glad that's not me. Because
Oh, I rolled okay though. So save is 17.
17. Cool. You receive 5 points of healing, as when you stab your rapier into the globule of blood, your grip and your rapier tightens. You don't remember doing that. I mean, you're obviously fighting on reflex and muscle memory, but it appears that you swear blind your sword drank some of that, and you feel invigorated by it.
you got another fucking magical.
If you are at max hit points, those 5 become temporary.
Okay.
Have you got another
We're
demon
final.
sword?
Here we go again.
Finally,
we go again.
You did resist it though. You did resist what it was trying to do. You
okay.
felt a pull on your physicality. And you swing in reflexively with your bonus action with your dagger, because this is all happening lightning
I hit
speed.
with the dagger, didn't I? So I can
Yeah,
roll
yeah,
that. Okay. I was like, I did hit with that. D1, D4 plus 4.
There's a joke in there somewhere about stuff pulling on Ari's physicality, but it's too late for me to try and
We'll get it in there in a bit.
7 points of damage.
All the blood's gone to his head. 7 points of damage.
Yep.
Boom. With your dagger, there is no effect.
Okay, and then he's gonna move on back.
Cool. The blob makes no effort.
Same blob.
Dale, there's still one flying above you.
Okay, this is going to be a thing. There's almost like a look on Delphin's face of trying to work out trajectories and half a dozen other things. Then this just moment of calm comes across and goes, oh, that's how this happens. I'm going to start singing, back up. I'm going to take a flying leap and body check this thing off and into the water, me with it.
So, the mast with the crow's nest on it is in the middle, yeah, of a very wide vessel. How far can you leap?
I'm not 100% sure when it comes to leaping, but let's just say with the singing, there's an additional 10 feet on top of that and an advantage to acrobatics checks. So I'm trying to push as far on it as I can. I think, if I'm right, it's long distance, 15 feet in length.
Let's have a look.
Not
So
sure.
jumping, because, you know, this could be relevant.
I don't want another bloblet in the shape of an elf, please.
Where is it? Oh, special types of movement. Here we go. Jumping. Your strength determines how far you can jump. A long jump.
Right.
You cover a number of feet up to your strength score. So what's your strength score?
My strength score is 12, which means that it's a +1 to the bonus.
So you can
What bonus otherwise?
you can long jump 12 feet plus your 10 feet because of your singing. So you can long jump 22 feet. There are Olympians who hate you right now. If it's a standing long jump, it's only half that. So you do 11, you do 5, you do a 15 feet jump, which will get you to the creature. If you do a 10 feet run up, which you can't do up on the crow's nest. So it's the height of your jump, plus you've got to do the height. Give me an acrobatics check with advantage. 18 DC.
18 rolled. 21.
Cool. So you brace yourself and you put your feet on the back rim of the crow's nest to give you 3 feet hop, skip and a jump off the rim of the crow's nest. You leap. There are moths all over my face. You leap from the crow's nest out into the air and you grab the creature. Now you've done the job of jumping. Now grapple it.
This is the hope on it. Okay, that is
12.
off of an athletics check, yeah?
Yep.
16.
I got a
With a
12.
+4 in athletics.
So you leap from the crow's nest. You grapple it in midair. You get covered in acidic blood because you're now grappling the thing that is acidically blooded. No save as you decided to grab it. So you take 4 points of acid.
Okay.
You ain't dex saving out the way of that midair, lad. I'll tell you that.
No, that is entirely fair.
Now to see if you would you like to roll the percentage dice, or do you want me to?
I'll let you.
Would you like high or low, my good elf?
Always go high.
Cool. So if it's high, you'll succeed. 88%. So I couldn't do that if I fucking tried. So you leap, grab the acidic bird. It burns into your flesh and your clothing, and you start plummeting towards the deck. You lot see this. The very slow movement of the ship in 6 seconds, and a pure chance of strong wind, and you feel yourself, the wings of the bird as well, you sort of spin diagonally down instead of straight down. You hit the rim of the boat and take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. As you both spin, give me a strength check, see if you keep hold of the bird.
Strength or athletics?
Strength.
16.
16, you keep hold of the bird as you both plummet beneath the water. That'll be your go, Delta.
Action surge. 30 feet worth of swimming away from the damn thing.
Can you swim 30 feet?
It's underwater. 15 feet. No, 20 feet because I'm singing. Sort of.
Alright.
Sort of.
You're singing and humming really enthusiastically.
I'm not quite sure how water affects this because it's technically a magical effect.
You're fine. So you can swim 20 feet away from it, yeah?
Yeah.
It will attack of opportunity at disadvantage.
There.
That may hit you. 20 at disadvantage. I rolled a 19 and a 16.
Reflexive shield.
So use your reaction. Jesus. I'm pretty sure you've had 4 bonus actions, 2 actions, extra movement, and a reaction.
Rough fighter.
So the it just lashes out at you with a taloned hand, and you feel it rake down your arcane shield. You feel it, even though it's not touching you. It's just periphery. You lot just see you just see Delphin leap from the crow's nest, grab one of these bird-like creatures, hit the side of the boat, and spin off into the water where you can't see him anymore.
Yet.
Who knew that bird creatures were shit in the water?
Yeah, as I'm swimming away, my mental thought is fly through that one.
It's now there
Write
you
that
go.
one down.
Now there you go.
Suck it there, boy.
Go down. You're fucked. So, all 3 of them now. The blobulets that were on the floor, all again morph into that 5 foot high, humanoid looking blood made creature. One on Kess, one on Zandria, and the other one will go towards Kess as well.
Just because you look stronger, apparently.
It's because Harry ran away, so I guess it's closer. So,
Carry
So-
yours ones away, spoiler.
the first one will try to slam Kess with a meaty, bloodied fist. Oh, that fell off a nat 20 to 14 plus 4, 18.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this bloody club-like fist punches you straight in the chest. The second one will again try to slam it at you with a 2.
Nope,
And fail
that doesn't.
to
My
do
my
so.
AC's crap, but it's not that crap.
You feel a disturbance in the force, and your AC is 2. So Zandria, 2 again on Zandria. So these 3 creatures start trying to batter you all, fail miserably. Caspian, your turn. You got 2 bloody creatures in front of you.
I'm going to attack. Obviously, because that's what I do. That is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
17 to hit. That is 8 points of damage. That's that dice gone.
Oh, forever.
Are you? Yeah, that's alright. It's fine.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you hitting the one that Ari hit before, or are you hitting the fresh one?
Yes.
Cool.
Whatever one's on the left will get hit first. I don't know which one that is.
Well, that's what. So alright.
It'll be whichever, like, he's left-handed, so whichever, I don't know which one he hit versus which one stood up, so...
Well, the one that
Dealer's
stood
choice.
up has no hit points taken off it. The one Harry hit has hit points taken off it. So which one would Kess like to hit? A damaged one or a not damaged one? Hey, we got a troll raid. Trolls men in party at 12. Thank you very much for the raid. We are killing blood elementals apparently.
We'll go for the one that hasn't been hit. Let's do that. That is a 19.
Oh
yeah. Which is 8 points of damage. No, it's not, because that's not what happens when you add 6 and 3. That's a 9. How far away is the side of the boat that Delphin just yeeted himself off of?
From where you're stood, about 20 feet.
Okay, cool.
The width of the ship is about 30 feet.
Okay, cool. That is 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Which is 6 points of damage.
You hit the same
and then
one,
I'm, yep.
Yeah, cool.
And then I'm going to sprint in the direction that Delphin yeeted himself off the fucking boat.
Well, you get to the edge, you see a chunk of wood missing out of the thing, and a tooth.
Can I see a Delphin?
Give me a perception check.
That is a plus. What's my perception now? Perception's plus 3. That is a 21.
You see a bloodied, feathered shape, and to the right, about 20 feet, there does seem to be a Delphin-shaped submarine. But you can't see it clearly. But it does, like, the colouring of whatever it is beneath the water. It's in the afternoon, you guys are fighting.
And I'll dive in after the Delphin shape.
Cool. So you dropping down into the water. That'll be your turn.
Mission complete.
You son of a bitch.
You and your visions.
Yes. As you hit the water, can you give me a wisdom save? Oh, I've waited so long.
He's like, yes, the water.
Wisdom save is...
Oh, actually, sorry. I need to double check. It might be charisma.
Okay.
I feel like
That
it's
does make a
wisdom.
wee bit of a difference.
Yeah, sorry, I just need to check. I think it's charisma. Can I have a charisma save, please?
Charisma save is 19.
Ooh. Cool. Delphin, give me a perception check.
Natural 20.
Cool. As you're swimming away, you hear that behind you, and something heavy's just hit the water. You just look over your shoulder. What you think is Kess disappears and reappears like in a heartbeat. Like as fast as you blink, that's how fast he disappears, reappears. Kess, whatever effect hit you when you went deep beneath the water, does not work. You remain where you are.
Cool.
But you do know something tried to, or something happened. Sandra, your turn.
Beautiful. I am gonna smack the blob that is in front of me. Stay in front, 10 feet away, but you know. 22 to hit.
Do you move to 10 feet away? Because it walked up to you to hit you.
Oh, it walked up to me.
Yeah, it does not have 10 feet range.
Bollocks. In that case, I will have to move back ever so slightly, yes. It will...
You don't have to be at 10 feet to use it. It just
True.
gives you the ability to do it at 10 feet.
True. Well, in that case, no, I'll just stay where I am.
Okay.
Anyway. 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I thought. These two. first attack is 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
Is another blood bowl close by?
There are the two that Kesvion just left.
Are they 5 feet away?
They are about 10 feet for you, so you could hit them.
No, it's
Oh,
not so
it
much
doesn't.
it.
Yeah, it doesn't leap. It doesn't leap.
Yeah, that's what I was after, the leaping. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Ooh. That is 10 and 19.
19 damage.
Yep.
God damn. Yeah, you just cleave chunks of this bloody elemental apart. Right, it's now the crew's turn. You see Karina run over and join Xandria in fighting this one. She ducks low and brings her elbow in and just cracks it in where its head shape would be. Oh, nice. Boom. And then she brings up a knee. And misses with that one. Well done, Garina. Well played.
Good job.
You tried.
The crew now turn to face and let arrows off into the one. First of all, couple at the one that Xandria's fighting. There we go. There's a shot there. Oh yes. Perfect. Perfect hit points, as you see. You see one of the folks with a bow and arrow shoot. It hit the globulate that you're fighting. Can you give me a dex save? Oh Jesus! Come on, Garina, you're useless. She fails her third dexterity save as a monk.
Oh my god. 17.
17, you take 8 points of acid damage as the globulate explodes. The archer who shot the arrow is known as Horst, one of the lads that you've seen rocking around in the crew. I'm noting that down. Yes! And that one just explodes around you. 2 more arrows go at the ones that go. Kess, nat 20 from Bruna, launching a dagger. 25. Launches her other dagger, it goes whistling past. And then Rodina will join the fray and hit the other one. Miss and a miss. Jesus. Her beautiful curved axe, hatchet, like a tomahawk basically, misses as she just attempts to attack the thing. Harry, that creaking of wood you heard, you swear blind that you shift as if something has dropped beneath you. Almost like the lay of the land has gone. Yep.
Oh boy.
A lot of that blood in the water that Kess was seeing before is really on the rim of the boat now, where it touches the water, and there was like a frothy bubbling.
Has he seen Cass and Delphine go over the side?
Oh, definitely. You all saw Delphine go over the side, spinning off elegantly. Kess was literally like ching ching with his scimitars, bolts across, pirouette, swan dive straight off the thing. So you assume he's in the water and that he's not just dived into, a rock.
If he feels that something else is going to come, though, he's probably going to stay on the ship.
There's still 2 of these blood-like creatures.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be like, are they both on Xandria, or are they? They're not, are they?
No. They're 10 feet from Xandria, but the one Xandria was fine just exploded. So.
Okay. He's gonna go up to one that's not engaged with anything else.
Cool.
Because that's the way he rolls. And try and hit it with his rapier. Oh no! Got my stank.
And there's the stank.
13 to hit.
13 just misses.
Okay. Sorry, I ruined you. it's alright. We'll go in jail for a bit, it'll be fine. Bonus action dagger. Why are you rolling terrible as well? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, definitely not hitting with that one with a 10. So
You do not.
stab, miss.
Still have your
Move the
movement?
heck back. Yeah, move the heck back out of the way.
I just watch as Ari tries to hit this blob in front of him and just... Oh. Shit my hip.
I mean, it looks good,
Disappointment.
but what Ari's trying to stab, no one knows.
Yeah. I can just imagine just little noises just coming out
Have
of
you
him.
seen Robin Hood Men in Tights with Blinky?
Yeah.
Just knocks crap out of the wooden beam. Ari's having a whale of a time. Do you use your movement, Ari?
Move the heck back again, thanks.
Right, Dale,
Out the way.
you're underwater, 20 feet behind you, there's a blinking Caspian. And what you would can only assume is a drowning bird-like creature.
Okay. Does it look from under here like the blood that has basically is in the water is either dragging the ship down or just basically burning it away so it's letting water off?
Perception.
Dirty 20.
It looks like it's eating through the wood.
Right. Are there any sort of those blood creatures down here that are doing it, or is it just blood?
Just liquid. Just the colouring of the water around the boat there is dark red. I mean, you're beneath the water at the minute, so...
Yeah. I'm going to make a motion from me to Kessler pointing at it and just pointing down. This ship's done. And then start trying to head back up.
You're not far from the surface.
Right. I'll break surface and just yell, if there are any lifeboats, start manning them.
Give me, oh Jesus, hang on, I'll do that. Roll a d20.
That is a 15.
Cool. So you shout to the air and hope that the crew can hear you several feet up on the deck of the ship.
I will then bonus action resummon the katana and just look under the water and try to throw it at the bird, since it's, I'm assuming, away from the boat now?
Yeah, it's
or-
away from the. You're going to throw it underwater? Ah, it's magical, isn't it? Is it a spell?
Yeah.
Does it count as a spell attack?
It is counts as a spell attack.
If
When
it's
when it's in its sword form, it's a melee. When it's thrown, it's a blast.
okay, then give me a spell attack.
That is 11 on the dice, which makes it a 17.
Cool. This little pocket of burst water balloon underwater.
Okay,
It kind of hangs there in an underwater blob.
I'll use what movement I have left to try and get to the boat to start making some sort of an ascent.
So you're going to swim through the acidic wood?
You know, I'm probably not. That seems like a really bad idea. So I'll actually take a bit more distance from it.
Okay.
And that's me.
Right. The blob's on top. Garena is getting slapped with a nat 20. Gosh, she is.
Arena.
What is wrong with you, Garena?
I rolled double sixes.
Let's say acidic blood's what's wrong with her right now.
Mm.
Oh, Jesus. God damn. Garena hits the deck as this massive bloody haymaker, boom, just catches her on her wooden and metallic chin. She just spins, so they just spin and hit the deck. Jesus. The other one will punch.
It's gravy time.
Zandria. Thank you for the follow, Kale Rick. All right. 17, Zandria.
Just hits.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. Reaction. Hellish Rebuke.
Dexterity save.
Yep.
Nat 20.
Yeah, it saves, so it only takes half damage of whatever I'm rolling, which is 4d10. I need another d10. No, I need 2 more d10s. I don't have enough d10s. Hang on. Let me just
4d10.
4d10 now. Yeah.
She real angry, yo.
She really gonna shout you.
No, I can't get it out of the. There we go. 1.
This is what happens when you keep all your dice in jars, kids.
Yeah, but look at how pretty they look, man.
Yeah, but you always use Hellish Rebuke. Have 4
Tell
d10s
me
ready.
what the pretty dice rolled.
I will when I... Wait, I'm missing one? I might... No, it's them.
Roll 2 twice. Jeez, women.
Yeah.
No, I like to roll them all at once.
You're a vampire player. They should be on standby at all times.
They're in another box. I hope this thing has got high HP.
You can't kill it if you rolled 4 10s.
No, I didn't.
Cool. So what did you get?
So that's 9, 8...
17.
9, 8, 6, and another 9. So 2 9s, an 8, and a 6. Whatever that is.
32, I think.
9, 18, 26... 33.
1 out.
I couldn't add that up. I was like, dunno.
I got to 18 and I shot down.
I tell a lie. Can you give me
dead.
Can you give me a dexterity save?
Ooh.
So
18.
19.
You take 3 points of acid damage.
Yeah, fine.
Garena fails a death saving throw.
It's fucking wet.
Karina.
Hey look, I'm still up in a battle, and how many have I destroyed?
I'm so proud.
I'm proud of me.
1. You've destroyed 1.
No, I've destroyed 2.
No, the other one was destroyed by the crew.
No, I destroyed the first one.
She kills stealed the first one.
Ah, yeah.
2 motherfuckers.
She did a Serenity.
And I
yeah.
did a hella damage to that one the crew destroyed. Don't you be taking my kills.
So you're allowed to, but I'm not. I'm not agreeing with that. So it explodes. Lots of people get covered in blood. That is Xandria. Oh no, that wasn't Xandria's turn. That was their turn. Cass.
I'm going to surface. And yeah, how absolutely oops does the boat look?
Give me a perception check at disadvantage. You can see it clearly underwater. Give me a perception check.
That is 22.
The ship doesn't look like it's going to sink immediately, but obviously something burning through the wood of the main part of the ship, keeping it above the water. You don't know how long it's got, but it will eventually burn through unless someone's done about it. Try to throw water on it.
Try throwing water on it.
Can't help you there.
Throwing water on the part that's underwater.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like it's going to drop immediately, and
Yeah.
even if it did, it'd take its time to sink.
Cool. I guess you'll just get a bearing of where the hell Dalton is, and then if he looks like he's doing okay, I don't know if
Delphin's just treading water at the minute.
Oh. Oh no, is he frozen?
That's yeah, I think he is.
Oh, he's most definitely frozen.
Oh, we've lost Cass.
He'll come back.
That's my problem.
Elkin can swim, basically. He's just trying to...
Right.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh,
I could hear all of it, but everybody froze. It was very scary. So yeah, there's nothing to attack in the water.
Nope.
Is there? No,
Not
because
at
it's
the
all
minute.
just nasty, nasty water.
There's a blob of
and there
blood.
doesn't. Oh yeah, you can. I'm just gonna go stab that then, I guess.
Alright.
In for a penny, in for a gold, I guess.
And for a copper and for a gold, yeah.
And frozen again.
If you can still hear us, Cass, you are at disadvantage as you are doing a melee attack underwater.
If you can't hear us, well...
Hang on. Cass, you have a swimming speed, yeah?
Mm.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me it.
Yeah, so your swimming speed's the same as your movement. But
Cool.
which means you don't have disadvantage.
Cool.
Yay.
So that's a
easy.
nat
Unless
20
the
then.
weapon is a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. Scimitars are thin enough. So yeah, nat 20.
Technically, it's not one of those. So that's a nat 20 on the first one.
Yeah,
so that is,
just it's it.
so that is 15
Cool.
damage. Next hit is not quite as exciting. It is an 18.
Damage.
Yeah. No, 18
All
to
right,
hit.
yeah, hits.
15 damage, an 18 to hit on the next one with 6 damage.
Yep.
And then this one misses spectacularly because that was on that one.
Oh yeah, that does it. I mean, in blob form, its AC is low, but that one will miss. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's you, Kes. Delphin. Kesfion puts his blades through the water into that thing.
Hello?
Wait,
Do I not get a turn?
and it's not his go.
He's explaining.
Oh, I thought he was just going
Cheater
back
of
to
the mind.
Delphin.
Kesfion puts
God.
his blades through the water 1,000 times easier than you can just move your hand through it.
Yeah.
Landry, it's your turn.
Thanks. I honestly thought you just moved on. I was just like, wait, what? Okay.
There is one humanoid blood elemental creature left.
Yeah. Healing potions. What was our stance on using healing potions during battle? Was it? Did we say it was an
Bonus.
action? A
Bonus.
action. That's fine. I will use a healing potion then because I am hella low. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 4, isn't it? So that is 14 points back to me. Thank the Lord. Literally one off from full. Cool. I am going to smack the last blob. Yeah. Where has my... It's there. I am blind as a bat. Ooh, 15?
15 hits.
Ooh, for that. So I need you, and I need you. So that is 8 and 7, so 15 points of damage.
15?
Yep. And second attack. 16.
16 hits.
Nine and 8. So 9, 8,
17?
17.
You may add another one to your kill list. As you put your glaive through it. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
Can I do it?
Garena fails another death saving throw.
19.
19, you take 1 point of acid damage. The crew start running around now looking for more. Captain Rodina, who ran in actually, she should be doing saves. Actually passes. Yeah. Bruna comes running over, retrieves her daggers. Garena will do a death saving throw. She's failed 2 already because of blood. She passes. 13. Unlucky for some.
Not for Garena.
So, you guys are kind of out of initiative right now on the deck. So,
In which case, Ari will go to Garena.
you go running over to Garena. One of the crew members come running up from below decks. We're sinking! Something's eating through the hull! Rodina reacts immediately, just starts giving orders out to the deck on crew. To the ships, get the boats. I'm going to go downstairs and have a look. And she'll start heading downstairs.
There goes our 10 guys.
Want to do cure wounds in Garena. That is... Oh, what's my spellcasting modifier? That's the question. That is 8 points back to Garena.
Lovely.
Nice.
Garina wakes up, looking up at Harry. What the fuck just hit me? Jesus.
It's gravy time.
Oh, thank you, Dave, for the subscription from Prime. 4 months. Thank you very much, Dave.
Woo. Kind of looks across at Andrea. We're sinking, apparently.
Abandoned ship.
Yeah, I guess.
Can I stab the blob again?
You can, yeah?
I'm like looking around for lifeboats. Like
Yeah, same. Like,
hope there are lifeboats. 'Cause,
Before
I can't
before he stabs Bob, I'm going to move so I can give him flanking so he can stab him.
How far can you move underwater?
Total 20 feet.
20 feet.
Yeah.
And you swam away from it 20 feet.
You're right, I did.
So you can swim up next to Kess, but you can't get round it to give him flanking.
Then I'll just assist him with the shadow katana, not as well.
So roll your attack at this. Well,
Just first, he's started.
so you roll your attacks, Kess. Delphin, are you throwing it or swinging with it?
Swing of it. Why not?
Go, you swim up next to Kess. Yours are at disadvantage because it's now a melee weapon.
That is 19 to hit.
Hit.
15 to hit.
Hit.
That is... Why am I so bad at math? 9 points of damage.
9 points.
Math is not a strong point of this group.
14 points of psychic.
14.
14.
There's a static charge under the water, but this thing's slowly starting to like pull apart, but it's still sort of hanging in there. You do know that these things don't take long before they turn into humanoid, but this thing looks in a mess. Are you gonna keep swinging at it?
It's going to be a bigger mess. That is 21.
Oh yeah. Can you do 6 points of damage?
Exactly, yes.
Boom.
3 and 3.
Your second strike, you just finish it off. There is no dexterity save needed as you're underwater. But yeah, so you're out of initiative. You can hear the cracking of wood. You two, Kess and Delphin, under the water. It's a very dull sort of noise under there, but you can definitely hear and see bits of the wood coming away and rotting away where this acidic blood is eating away at it. On deck, people are rushing around and dropping ships with people on them to the water. Coming across the way from the Orcan whale is that large hawk, like osprey type bird that flies over. It'll be with you in a few seconds. Zandria and Ari are running around looking for ships as well. Romerick is brought up on deck. This is all happening obviously in moments. Romerick comes up on deck with Rodina. Captain Rodina comes running over. We need to get off the ship. It's not wrong. There's something eating through some sort of... it's not fire or anything. We can't put it out. It's some strange... I don't know what it is. Romerick is in... It's Corbin. I'll explain later. It's definitely Corbin's work. House of Tor, I will explain later. But please, right now, for everyone's safety, we need to get off the ship. The bird lands, changes into Bottlebelly, the dwarven lass that you saw way back when. She comes running over, gives you two a nod. Captain says you lot could come on the Orcan whale. Or do you want to risk it in your boats? Let me know now. Our lot can fly you over. Says it to everyone there, not just you guys.
Let's start swimming, Delphin.
I will actually message Kess and go, let's go through the hole to the ship, see if there's anyone left behind.
So you're going to swing through the acidic wood, yeah?
Swim. You know what? Yes. Because I'm the kind of person that's going to try and save someone's life. Yes, I am.
Scoop. Are you following, Kess?
I thought we were above the water, but sure.
You were
Cool.
stabbing the blob thing under the water that he brought.
I wasn't sure how under the water it was. I wasn't sure if it was like under the water.
It's submerged.
Like
It's submerged.
Okay, cool.
I'll keep shooting messages so we can stay in contact.
Cool. So you two give
Yeah.
me Constitution saves as you swim through the acidic blood to go to find a hole, broken bit to get through.
+4 is 18.
Yep, you're fine. You take 8 points of acid damage.
Cool.
That is a 16.
You take 8 points of acid damage. So you both swim under, and there are cracks in the hull. More where, exactly like firewood, where the shape of the wood is no longer a plank. Bits of it are missing, and there are less like just gaping holes and more, looks like huge gashes in the wood. And you manage to find an area where you could both nip through. You feel the blood in the water, just it's like swimming through hot water, and you notice bits of your skin just burning where you may have spilt a cup of tea on the old hand. But you get through into the hole, and water is filling down here pretty quick. There's a lot of the cargo that is a good 4 or 5 feet in water at the minute. So it's coming up at one end, so there's a dip in the water, but where you guys are, it's about 3 feet. So you're like, what, waist height for some of you?
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be any people
Not in
down
this
here.
immediate vicinity, but you've got a couple of decks to go up.
Cool. We'll just start making our way up, and kind of, I don't know, split so one person takes one side, one person takes the other, because presumably most people would have been up on deck.
Give me investigation checks.
Also, making sure we get Sapphire.
Sapphire swam 3 miles away.
So he's actually already in the City of Ruins.
I'm sorry,
And-
he's a tabaxi, therefore does not like water.
He's a lion tabaxi though, they swim.
Rolled 17, so it's 23.
23 on investigation, guess.
It's not 20,
Cool.
but it would be 23 with.
You
Goblins.
both find valuables of the crew and such. I'll let you determine if you wish to look at said valuables, ranging from coinage, item, etc. But you also find parchments and stuff wrapped up in leather cases. You notice that the bunks are all empty. Dalethin, you hear a help, help, coming from near one of the bunk rooms that you were searching around looking for people and such.
Head to that door, and if it looks like it's not going to move, start breaking the door down with the sword.
The door does not look like it's going to move, and you're trying to break it down with your...
Shadow Katana.
Cool. Give me an attack with your Shadow Katana, so you do psychic damage to the wooden door.
I know, right? That is 22.
22, you hit the door. Cass, you can hear Dalephin slamming something, a weapon or something, into wood.
While I've been looking at stuff, anything that looks like it was of like a sentimental value, he'll have picked up to try and salvage. But I'm always up for a fight with the door, you know that. So
you go running up to Dalephin between the pair of you. You manage to smash down this door. When you get in there, there is a pebble sat on a desk. Good help, help, coming from the pebble.
Assuming a sending stone.
Yep.
Where are you?
Just gets help, help.
Gonna look at Kess for 2 seconds and think, does this smell like a trap to you?
he's just like staring at you like,
Pop
why
it.
is the pebble talking?
Long, complicated. If no one's answered the pebble, start grabbing things and
Give me a perception check, Kess.
That is 19.
As Dalephin's looking at the stone and obviously tries to communicate with it, you can just hear... You can hear, again, the creaking and breaking of wood, but something heavier, closer. You sort of look around, and just walking past some of the cargo boxes, hasn't seen you yet. This thing's about 7 to 8 feet. It's one of these, that blood humanoid creature types that you saw on the deck. It is hulking massive, and it can't even fit under here that well, and it's just sort of moving things out of the way. and you hear a sniffing in the air.
He's just gonna like tap Delphin on the shoulder, gesture behind him, and then I'm gonna try and sneak up on it.
You're gonna sneak up on it. Okay.
In fact, is it like where is it in comparison to us?
It's about 20, 25 feet across the way where you. So when you split and you were investigating both sides, it was on your side, and you came over to Delphin.
Okay.
So there are stairs and such that you can follow up to the upper decks through the deck, or you can go.
No, I'm just gonna run at it and hit it. I'm just gonna sprint at it and hit it a lot.
All right. Roll initiative.
Rolling as well, I guess.
That is 19.
So Delphin.
Just the two of you.
Yes. 19 for Kess.
Yup.
Delphin.
26.
26. You
Here's the
Sapphire.
blam.
708 for Delphin.
The blood element.
He actually gets 4 turns before you.
Cool. What are you lot doing on deck? What about just offered aid?
I am, apart from looking for the boat, looking for my brother, so I'm looking over the side of the ship like...
Give me a perception check as you look over the side.
Kind of similar, to be fair.
The calls coming from inside the ship.
Give me a perception check, Harry.
24.
Cool. No sign of Kess or Delphin.
21.
No sign of Kess or Delphin.
Can I message Delphin?
Can you see him?
No.
No, but if you were familiar with them,
them,
Oh yeah, we
Does it need
clarified that last week, didn't we? Yeah.
Yes.
120
I do
feet.
listen.
So yeah, you can.
Yes. Message Delphin. You guys still in the water?
No, on the ship, something down here, trying to fight it, help.
Delphin. Delphin, it's your go.
Your Kess, has Kess actually moved yet to engage it, or is it?
He's about to.
He's about to.
You rolled higher than me, but you know
can,
my
he
plan.
is definitely like swords, turn, stance, everything.
Is there a way I can get in front of this creature to give Kess the advantage of flanking from the other side?
How far can you move?
40 feet after I've just used my bonus action to start the blade song again.
Then yes, you can.
I will run round to the front and just smack this thing in the chops.
Slap it.
So you're hitting it with your.
Damn
Rib.
it, Tanner, still. That thing's still up from carving through the door.
Okay. How long does it last?
Concentration to... Give me a second. First, you might actually be out.
If it's over, if it's a minute, it's out.
I'll hit it with my rapier. Which actually does give me a 17.
17 hits. Just.
Rapier stats now, but down. 1d8. So 1d8 plus 5 brings it to 11 points.
You notice that the rapier doesn't do as well as it does against normal fleshy things.
Yeah.
You say 11?
11, yes.
Yeah, cool. You got what else? Oh, you were singing and stuff, yeah?
I'm singing. That is me. I'm leaving it for the fighter to deal with.
Guess me on. You've just noticed Delphin start doing that elven song of which the words you can't decipher.
Cool.
Go bolting across.
I'm a smash.
You lot are so quick. Like you've all got like 40, 50, 60, 100 feet of movement. Go on, guess. Swing away.
do smash.
Teleport.
That is 25 to hit.
That. Yeah.
That is... That is 7, and I'm going to use one of my superiority dice, which makes that a 14.
To hit.
No, that was a it was a 25 to hit,
right, so
and 14 points of damage.
Yeah, cool.
Next smash is... God, I hate math. That is an 18.
To hit.
Yeah.
That hits. Sorry, I'm telling lies.
That hits.
Yep.
And that is 6 points of damage.
You get the same feeling that Delphin does, or you notice that your blade's not doing as much as it does against normal creatures.
Oh goody, I love that for me. This is a 19.
That hits.
And that is a 7.
Cool. Again, as you slash into it, some of the wounds are healing up.
Spicy.
It will now notice you two quite well.
I'm sure it will.
It will slam the ground in front of it. Can you both give me a Constitution save?
Yes. I need to memorize my con save. That is a 23.
23. Delphin.
Your
14.
14. So, here's what happens. As it slams the floor in front of you, there is a burst of arcane energy, and like the air around you just goes red, like red mist all around you, and lands on your skin and your clothes. Kesfion, you feel your life force pulled from you, but you're quite, you're quite a sturdy chap. So all you do is take 5 points of necrotic damage. I couldn't figure the bloody word then. Delphin, you take 3 points of necrotic damage and fail a death saving throw.
Don't like that. That ain't nice.
As you feel your essence pulled from you, and you just cough and blood comes out of your mouth.
Oh, hey, I didn't realise you had my disease.
You've got a bad case of the Xandrius.
Oh, Jesus. Well, everyone's had
That's not what you
Multiplying.
want.
a
God, she's
multiplying.
infectious.
Yep. You didn't keep two meters.
So 6 seconds have passed, so we'll have another round, and then Harry and Xandria will come running looking for you. Delphin.
I've gone from haha, I can take this to nah, screw that, Shadow Tanner.
So a bonus action. Does that mean you're no longer singing?
No, the singing is not a
It's not
concentration thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
$13 points of psychic.
13.
Mm-hmm.
You get the feeling it took all that, and it just turns its now entire form towards you.
I will flourish and smile at it,
I'm
with
sure you
blood
will.
leaking like most down my face.
Kesfiel,
Kesfion smash.
you got advantage, remember?
Oh god. Roll dice. That is dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
That is 7. Let's just waste another superiority dice. So that is 12 points
Of damage.
of actual damage.
Cool. Resists it.
Yup. Figured. That is 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits. That is 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't care. That is 24 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is 9 points of damage.
Cool. You're slashing away at its back. Again, you see some of the wounds heal up. It's now its turn, and it turns fully on Delphin. Delphin. $24 for the first hit, 18 for the second.
Give me a second. Quickly
What?
checking Blade Song.
Does it give you AC?
It does give me a +3 bonus to my AC, which means I have 19 beforehand. It'd still hit me for the first one,
Oh,
but I
with
would be able
shields.
to get to, I'd get to AC 24, but it'd still hit me. I'll still throw a shield up to block the second if I'm taking first.
Yeah, cool. So you take the first one. You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, bear with me. Constitution saving throw with advantage to maintain the spell.
What you
Failed. Drop. Shadow power drops.
Go. You got less than a 10.
I thought it was the damage.
Half
was
the damage.
Half. Oh no.
Half the
that.
damage or 10, whichever's highest.
Got 16.
Cool. So yeah, your shadow katana remains me.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's half the damage. Anyway, we'll go with half the damage for now, and if it's wrong, we'll change it later.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you've still got your
I'll
shadow
go
katana.
with that.
You've still got your shadow katana. And then the second one, you'll throw up in reaction your arcane shield. There is a small flash of blue as the fist hits the arcane barrier. Harry, Zandria, running below decks.
Assuming that Ari told me.
Yes, you
Harry
would have
Harry
done.
dives off the ship.
So yeah, running down.
Running.
So you go running. Delphine, what was your message?
Monster downstairs fighting. Monster help.
Cool. So it will take you your turns to find these two. Give me an investigation check. Oh, perception, because you can hear battle.
I'd have been specific, but I was in trouble.
19.
They go straight to the kitchen.
Perception.
24 perception.
Cool. You both can beam in on where they are, and it will take you your turn to get there.
Oh.
Can I have initiative from you both? Please.
Fuck's sake.
18.
11.
11.
That's with a +7, isn't it?
Jeez.
So you guys go running down. You lot can now see Delphine and Cass. You can now see Ari and Zandria join the fray. Back round to you, Delphine, with your shadow katana.
Since I have 3 hit points left, I will second wind for a bonus action. 8 of those back. And I'll smack it in the chops. With advantage because I'm flanking as well, yeah.
Cool.
You're...
That is a 16?
16
I think
misses.
that's
Just misses.
Its armor class is 16.
17.
17.
16
Yeah.
just misses.
Just
I
wide.
thought it was 17.
So that's your go, Delphine.
That is completely my go.
Cass, you see your sister and Harry turn up? You reckon using their movement they could join you next on their turn?
Delphin's looking like absolute ass, or
It's gravy
that
time.
his second win looks like he's got himself a little bit better.
He still looks in a shit state, and thank you for the follow, Mad Tarts. What a name.
Hi, Mum.
Jesus Christ. Oh, your mum's not watching this. So, Cass, what are you doing?
I am going to get between Delphin and Big Nasty, because Delphin doesn't apparently look like he can take another hit, and I'm going to do a smash.
Cool.
So that is 24 to hit. Yeah, that's what happens when you get 16 and you add 6 to it, you get to hit.
You're doing a lot of angry math tonight, look.
I always do math angry. So that is crap. I'm gonna add another superiority dice because let's just burn the lot of them. That is plus that's 11 points of damage.
11.
York.
Cool.
That is 24 again, which is 9 points of damage.
Cool.
And that is a natural 20.
Boom. That gets just going at this thing.
And that is 16.
16. Damage, yeah?
Yerp.
Cool, you're just hacking away with your scimitars.
And it doesn't care.
And it doesn't care. Sandria, it's now your go.
Cool. I will use my movement to get close to it.
Cool. You won't be able to get to an advantageous position because them two are in that position. So it'd be a normal hit.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care about having an advantage.
Yeah.
As long as I
Pew
can
pew
smack it.
pew.
Pew, pew, pew. No, I've still got my glaive out.
Oh, stabby stick.
Stabby stick. I haven't dismissed my stabby stick. And that would be 18 to hit. 18.
18 hits, yeah.
And I need you and you. 9 and 6.
15.
9 and 6. 15.
Is your spear magical?
It is magic flame.
Cool. The wounds do not heal up when you hit it.
Marvelous. Second attack. Nat 20.
Cool.
So I get to double.
Just roll double the dice.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll do the d10s first because they're the easiest. So that is 9, 11, so that's 20 plus 33.
33.
Yeah.
Cool. His wounds do not heal.
That is me.
It's now its turn. All three of you, as it slams the floor, can you give me a constitution save? Sandra, at disadvantage.
Oh, why do I get a disadvantage? Oh, yeah.
Because you're Zandria.
You asked.
Oh, bollocks in hell. Right, well, this is
18.
gonna be great.
18 Dale. 22. Kess, you take 10 points of necrotic damage as you feel your life being pulled from you. Delphin, you
Love
got an
that.
18, yeah?
Yeah.
You take 19 points of necrotic damage. Halved, mate. So 9. You take 9. Yours was halved as well, Kess.
Okay.
Sorry. When I did it, I just assumed. In my head, I'd halved it. Zandria,
What was on
I'm
before
assuming
then?
you failed
Right.
by the look of your face.
No, I got 17, but hearing that, I'm just like, oh fuck.
You take one Zandria's portion of hit points.
Yeah, probably.
17 is not bad for a disadvantage roll.
You take 11 points of necrotic. I've already halved it.
Okay, cool. Hellish Rebuke.
22.
Yeah, it saves.
Is that half damage?
Yeah, it is. Let me just do my 11 points of damage. Do my... Wait. Oh, no. Yeah, that's right. I forgot I put one away for some reason. Why did I put
Why are
one
you
away?
like this?
I don't know. I don't know why I put it away. Because it's not D20s I'm rolling, that's why. I was like, I haven't got enough D20s out. You don't roll D20s, you bint. Oh boy. 6, 12, 19, 25 halved. So 24, so 12. That is my last pack slot, so I can't do any more pack magic. Man. But I still have others.
Harry, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. I get to come hit the thing. I will come hit the thing. I'm going to presume I don't get sneak because he
You
knows
do
I'm
get
coming.
sneak because you got pals next to it.
Yes,
What
I do.
you don't get is advantage.
Yes, that's fine. See if we roll to hit it first. That'd be useful, wouldn't it? 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Cool. 1d8, 2d6 then. That's a rubbish roll. 6 points of damage.
6. Can you give me a constitution save? As
Yeah.
you feel your rapier as it sinks into the blood creature.
Ooh. 15.
15. You are fine, but you gain 3 temporary hit points on top of what you've already got.
I'm confused.
Don't complain, you're getting temporary hit points.
I mean,
Are you swinging your dagger?
Yeah. Yes. Ooh, I rolled an 18, so
That's it.
yeah. Even with the fact that it's a dagger. 1d4.
Did you do your sneak attack on the first hit?
Yes, I did.
Alright, cool.
I rolled terribly.
Alright, cool.
My damage, I rolled terribly.
I was like, God damn.
I did. That is like I got 6 points of damage on the dagger.
6.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and then I got plus. Oh, hang on. Yeah, +4, yeah.
It is looking. It's still stood there.
I was going to say, if you're going to say it looks bloodied, then...
Oh, it's definitely blooded. Delphin.
In it.
I'm basically out of tricks other than smacking it in what it has for a mouth. So let's do that.
Cool.
Okay.
Shadow Katana.
Yep.
Cool.
That is 19 to hit.
Hits. Can you do 3 hit points or less?
I'm rolling 2d8 and I'm adding bonuses, so yes.
So right, cool. How would you possibly maybe want to, do something with this?
I am going to draw the katana back, take up a form either side of my head, up, and I'm going to part the Red Sea directly down the middle of it.
As you part the Red Sea, all 4 of your dex saves, please.
Fuck for that.
Okay, 18.
Dirty 20.
17.
That one!
So,
Delphin!
And you do 2 hit points.
Kess, Ari, Xandria, you take 9 necrotic damage. Acid damage. Delphin, you take 18 acid damage.
Get on the floor.
Get on.
And the walls are covered in this acidic blood from this blood creature that you are going to try and escape from the sinking ship. Right.
Excellent.
I am going to call it there. I know it's right on the precipice of that. We're going to enjoy what Delphin does next week with his death saving throws, assuming they don't try and heal him. I am going to have to call it there because I got dad stuff to do with the baby and get the baby prepped. Normally we do it at break time, but we ran over because we was having lots of combat. So, thank you very much, boys, for that. It was really cool. I enjoyed that. It was lovely. It was lovely. Thank you very much, viewers. Thank you very much for the raid, Trolls Madden, if you're still around. Thank you very much for those sticking around, throwing around in chat. Thank you for pushing through the break. We normally have one about 9:30, so I do apologise for that, but we didn't want to stop for the fight. I hope you keep watching, and I hope you shout about it and tell all your good friends that we are amazing at playing D&D on a Tuesday. And come and see the channel and see what they like that's going on. We stream on a Sunday, a Tuesday, a Thursday and a Saturday, all from 8 PM, except Sundays where it's 7:30, but thereabouts. And Wednesdays will be one-shotting as of September. We've got a 48-hour charity stream next weekend, so not this one coming, but the weekend after, Friday from noon till Sunday noon, where we'll be doing lots of tabletop, lots of gaming, etc., to raise a few quid for the Mermaid charity, the Rainbow Trust charity, and the Mine charity. go on Google, check them out. They do loads of amazing things. You can throw a few quid at justgiving.com/team/heavy48, and you can go do stuff like that. Go jump on us on social media, and you'll hear about all that anyway. It's going to be really cool. So thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. It's fabulous seeing this community grow and grow and grow, and I can't wait to see where it is in another year, to be fair. So thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next week, Thursday, Saturday, whenever you fancy jumping back on. Players, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. We're going to crack off now and say goodbye, players.
Bye, players.